So widely regarded among many people, including myself, the GameCube controller is known as one of the best controllers ever to ever come out. I mean, if you look at Smash Brothers, the fact that they've made adapters to make it so the GameCube controller can work for all systems up to and including the Switch is pretty impressive. So what I have here is actually a wireless controller compatible with Smash Brothers Ultimate, and basically any other game on the Switch, made by Power A, and it's pretty freaking neat looking. I didn't even know that these things were coming out. Either I've been completely out of the loop, or it just was a surprise. But it sort of like removes the need to have, I'm hoping, the adapter to plug your original GameCube controllers into, which I've got, and hopefully just make the whole experience of using these controllers, or this style of controller, just easier on the Switch. That's a weird piece of plastic. Okay, so they're not rechargeable. They have batteries. I was kind of wondering about that. That's weird. It's like a little pouch. And instructions. Okay. We can probably do without those. But inside you have this little boy. Which I was actually kind of curious about, like, the size. It doesn't have HD Rumble in it, and it doesn't do NFC. As far as feeling goes, like, you can tell that this isn't necessarily it's not a Nintendo product. It's licensed, but not the real deal. Oh god, it's too far away. It's what you're gonna get when you have like a different manufacturer making something. But anyway, it says a system update is required. Okay. Let's throw in these batteries. And before I do anything else, just put this over here. They come in multiple colors. So, purple, gold, and silver. So let's crack these open real quick. I'm just gonna cut to it. So I ended up with 2 of the purple, 1 of the gold, and 1 silver. They actually feel a lot better once you have the batteries in there. Sort of replaces that weight that you would get from the actual rumble motor, most likely. But apparently these actually do have motion controls in them as well. So why don't we just go ahead and see if we can get them attached here. So I'm just going to go into the controllers, and it states that you go to change grip order, and while in this mode there's a button and an LED right here. I'm going to push and hold this button. There we go, there's 2. Push and hold this button. There's 3. And then push and hold this button. And there's 4. So you can actually connect 8 of these to the system, you know, for whatever reason that you would need 8 of them. The main thing to keep in mind is that when you're connecting them, it appears that I did just have to have those controllers disconnected. I don't know why, but you push and hold this to start these lights flashing, and then it should pair. There is an LED right here that will flash red when the battery is low. It's kind of out of the way, so you might not notice it. I kind of wish that they put it up here or over here somewhere. But these lights are obviously for the controller sync indication. You have all your buttons. They included an extra, basically, Z button because of the nature of the dual triggers, or dual bumpers, on the controllers themselves. So now I should be able to... Oh, that feels good. It should be able to work just the same. Alright, so now that we've got a controller connected, why don't we see if we can play stuff with it? I'll just do a quick couple little clips. It should be able to work with most any game. Here, this is a new one. Why don't we play this? Works as select, one player. Kind of wish that they work a way to crop this stuff out. Oh, it kind of plays like Xevious, where you have like the bombs as well as like it's just like a cuter version of that game. You have the home button. Let's go with the Binding of Isaac. No, I actually don't have that game on here. I have this one. But yeah, so no rumble, no NFC amiibo functionality or anything like that. Just basically a nice, solid GameCube look-alike controller. Like, it actually does feel really good in the hand. I miss this controller so much. Oh, they click too. Makes sense. Yep, they added all the functionality. It kind of works. I feel like the C-Stick is not the best for like this type of thing. Somehow. What I need to do is I need to find a game that has motion controls. So I found Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and I'm hoping that I can get this to work. Thank God for the magic of editing where I can edit out all this waiting. This is not the optimal way to be playing this by any means, but I mean, it is definitely working. And by optimal way, I mean just like the position that I'm sitting in around the camera. I actually do not mind the motion controls. I got super used to them in the Wii version. But I'm going a little bit wide on some of these corners because it's like I'm not looking at the screen correctly. But I mean, there you go. It does actually work. And I mean, I can clearly prove that I'm not. At least I hope that I clearly am proving that I'm not driving with the control stick. But the controller is good. I like it. I'm definitely excited to try it out with Smash Brothers. But anyway, let me know what you guys think of the controller down below. Is this something that you would pick up if you didn't have the option of actually using an actual GameCube controller? I have GameCube controllers. I have 4 of them. I have the GameCube adapter, but I actually kind of like this for the fact that I can actually just use this directly with the Switch. I wish they had rechargeable batteries. The C-Stick feels a little bit weird for certain games, and without the batteries inside of it, it's going to feel a little bit on the odd side. Once the weight is added to it, it's a little bit better. Personally, I like weighty controllers. I mean, my personal controller that I use all the time for my Xbox One is the Elite controller, and I even have like the chat pad attached to it, which just adds extra weight. It's a nice beefy, I love it. It's the best way to do this controller. Either way, let me know down below what you think. I'm kind of glad that I got these. But anyway, we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. And just as a side note, no, you can't use these with Pokemon Let's Go. For whatever reason, it doesn't connect. You try to push a button while the game is running. Even on the controller selection screen, it'll just sort of time out with the search. I don't know why. You could use it as throwing, but maybe it's just too much for this one controller.